Let's go.
Wing the sports. We back. Talk football, college,
Hello.
NFL, and little parlay. Little parlay. Uh
Money.
I went 14 out of 16 on 2 tickets last week, man. You know what I'm
Two
saying?
away.
Like, yeah, I'm like so close, man. Like, so that's why I keep swinging. Like, I can't stop now. But Penn State let me down on a 6 pick. Penn
Penn
State.
State let the entire Penn State nation down. Look, I with that game, and we get into it later. I was not even really. I forgot I was watching some other game, and then I had not really paid attention to the score flash because I was like, whatever. And then it was over, and I was like, what did I miss? I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch this and repeat. So
Yep,
yeah.
yep. They let UCLA get the first win against
Hmm.
them, and then I took Fresno State to beat up on Nevada, and that killed another 6 pick. So I didn't have the best weekend, but that's the chance I
Man,
take.
Fresno was so much better than Nevada, even on the record. I watched Fresno last week. They beat up on somebody.
Yep. And I like Fresno because, well, matter of fact, all right. And so this is what I'm gonna tell you I got from how much research I'll be doing. So I'm looking at the Fresno State Nevada game, right?
Hmm.
And Fresno State is Kurt Warner's son, EJ Warner. So,
Yeah.
I'm looking at Nevada and the quarterback name is Purdy. And I'm like, man, he kind of looked like Purdy too. So, I'm like, okay, boop, where he from? He from Arizona. So I gotta go look see where Purdy from. Purdy's from Arizona too. So I don't know if it's his brother, his cousin,
Yeah.
but I feel like
Somebody.
they're related.
Yeah. Yeah. Some Purdy blood in there, apparently.
So both of those quarterbacks in that game had ties to the NFL, you know, bloodline. So
Yeah.
that was just interesting that I
Yeah.
came up with that.
It's good
So
research. Because now you know that the quarterbacks at least have a little bit more training, and we talked about the quarterback is by far the most important part of the game. Like
yeah,
a really terrible quarterback, it just can't work.
we betting against you, baby.
Hmm.
All right. So let's start off. I start off with college. That was interesting, but we're gonna start off with the NFL before we start to get more detail on college. And what kind of makes the NFL so great? Why people are hooked is because on any given Sunday they made a movie about it. Anyone can win. Anyone
Hmm.
can win. And I'm pretty sure if you gamble, you probably done seen that movie with Al Pacino and LL. Let me lick my lips real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah. And that's the way, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie
Did you
Foxx.
not
Yeah,
like?
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, yeah. He
LT,
did it
Jerry
for
Rice.
him. Yeah,
They had a lot of big headliners in that movie.
yeah. That was
But
like the new program.
but this Sunday, man, I mean, it was crazy because here we are, week 2 with Mac Jones, and he's won. They beat the Rams, and I felt like the Rams defense was pretty good this year. And, I thought they had that game. But Mac Jones done came away with 2 weeks in a row, and they was targeting this one receiver, Bourne. Like, we never even heard
Hmm.
of this dude. And it's like somehow they have receivers, Jennings, uh, Pearsall. Like, man, they come through and they make plays for these guys. And, San Francisco system, it gets you to the Super Bowl. They're just, not consistent enough to win the Super Bowls. They the new Buffalo Bills, I guess.
Oh man, yeah. My dad told me this. He said, "Look, you can have a mediocre quarterback and all-star receivers, and that quarterback will look real good." And that's exactly what they got going in San Francisco. It's a plug and chug out there when it comes to receiving.
Well, and it's all predicated around that run, so that's what the defense is focused on. But hey, you got to know what's worked best for you. So
There you go.
it all works together. So yes, that's a beautiful thing when these quarterbacks are wrote off because you got Mac Jones, you have Baker that was kind of wrote off, you had Sam Darnold was kind of wrote off, you had Geno just kind of looking like we see why he was wrote off, but he had a good year at Seattle. So these even Daniel Jones, in Indianapolis, you know what I'm saying, they playing great, but situation is everything. So kudos to them guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're doing it.
Philadelphia losing to Denver. And Denver had been letting me down, man, because like I had my expectations were high. I wasn't sure if Bo Nix, if he made the leap this year or not. Like some
Yeah,
games you did, some games you don't. Like I guess John Payton's still figuring out this team
man.
because what's your cat? The Troy Franklin, he's coming up big.
Yeah.
I had to pick him up
Hmm.
at work. We're in a 20-man league, so at school, and ain't nobody on
Yeah.
the waiver wire.
Yeah, yeah, it's all empty and dry out there on the waiver wire. Look, I'm a
Man,
big Broncos fan, and I've been watching them since I was about 7 years old. Probably about seven. Um, Bo Nix is a good fit for that team. He is still making plays. He's still making mistakes. But what I feel like he is doing is he's managing games. Interesting stat about the Denver Broncos. They have not been behind or trailed in any game this season in the fourth quarter, period, except this one against Philadelphia. That was the first time they trailed. They lost every game in the last final seconds of the game. Field goal, just right there. So the team is not bad. I mean, they defense handled Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. Like they kept him in the game, and they had an awesome fourth quarter. And I don't know what happened with Philadelphia, but look,
what
that team looks good in the AFC West right now.
I'm gonna speak on that because, well, when Indianapolis beat Denver on that last second field goal, like I was waiting for them to show the call that they threw, that personal foul call, and they never showed it. So
Hmm.
it's like, why wouldn't you show it if that's a blatant call? So they might have fudged them on that game because I lost a 6 pick off of that. But
Yeah, old Vegas got them.
hey, man. But yeah, Bo Nix, man, I want to say it's an interesting stat that Sean Payton does with the college quarterbacks. He takes like all of their throws, their fumbles, interceptions, and he comes up with a number. And whoever has the lowest number, that's who he targets. And I
Hmm.
was like, man, it's like I lost my notes. I wrote it down, but I'll be writing stuff down everywhere.
Yeah,
And it was just real beautiful to know that, what I'm saying, how he gauges and comes up with his own metric system with quarterbacks who he likes. And people be like, oh, that's a system quarterback. That's it. But everybody likes certain attributes from quarterbacks. This
yeah.
guy likes quarterbacks that don't turn the ball over. That's
Game
what it
manager.
boils down to.
Yeah, game manager. Look, if I can build you a great, outstanding defense and get you some great receivers, yeah, manage the game.
Oh,
There you
you
go.
talking
Yeah,
about you.
yeah. Can you finish the game now? And that's the truth. Like they gave the defense let up, and then the thing is, sometimes finishing the game is in the third quarter. Sometimes finishing the game is not in the end in the last 2 minutes. Like Denver had some chances in all of those games to put them away, and they were not able to convert on third down. And some plays. But that's a team that's still young. The quarterback, he's still young. They still trying to find a real good running game. They don't have a solid running game just yet. But once they get one, I think they'll be a good team.
Okay. Just so you can say finishing games,
Hmm.
and this was one of my other topics. The Titans came back in the fourth quarter. The Arizona Cardinals, they was up like 21-6, and the
Hmm.
running back fumbles. It was close, and to me, it's not a fumble if you're letting the ball go. It's a fumble if someone knocks it out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like that's not a fumble. The ball's not coming out. He's letting it out, but it's not.
yeah.
He hasn't lost control. He's lost control if someone hits it out. That's just to me.
It's
But
you. my my whole thing is always about where is the goal line at? What are we going to determine where someone is down? What is the action? We can go all the way back to the catch, in Green Bay. What is going to be determined by the referee? I saw a lot of spotty calls this weekend. And it kind of makes me wonder, a little interesting fact down here in Texas, they're having to start to reschedule games now because they're running out of referees in high school to do the games on Friday nights. So we need some good referees. And I think, well, man, I guess maybe they got to get warmed up too this year because they're missing a whole lot of stuff. They just working for
uh,
the right people in
they
Vegas.
they know what they're doing, and I'm gonna say because they get paid to do this, so they go through so
Yeah,
much training. They see so many angles, situationals, testing. So we need them to be, exemplary.
I
You
agree.
know, Well, it's not like a pilot can go, 75% on land. That's not how this works.
No,
I don't
yeah,
say
it's not weather.
it's like the biggest non-call was the pass interference against the Saints to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And it's like,
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah.
it's like when y'all don't even care to make the right call on it, it's like, bam, and that's that.
Yeah.
And that would have probably propelled Drew Brees to a higher status with 2 Super Bowls. But it is what it is. We know they definitely gonna control what they can control. There is
That's true.
no coincidence.
Yep. Watch the white hats.
All right, and then I got 2 more talking points for the NFL of for any given Sunday, the perfect theme. But the Jags beating the Chiefs, man. And I know the Chiefs don't have the best running game, and I think the Chiefs really need to get another elite receiver, man. I ain't gonna say elite. Well, they missing Rice, so I think they need Rice back, and we can kind of see what they're dealing with because the receivers keep getting banged up, and so your team not complete. Once your team complete, you can stretch every inch of the field. It's not nothing new. Y'all familiar with each other.
Yeah. I mean, I see some spark in Xavier Worthy with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, and that's basically who I'm pointing at when I'm bringing
Yeah.
all this up because he's
Yeah.
their deep threat.
100% right now. Mr. Taylor Swift. I mean, he's been such a letdown in fantasy football. For the second season, I've cut him off my team. I mean, they're running the 2 tight end set right now, and of course they're doubling him. And when he gets it, he gets it a little bit. But I just really have noticed he's spending more time on the sideline than he's spending in the game right now. So I don't really know. I'm not buying the energy. So I agree with you. Maybe they need Rice back so they can get that energy. But right now, as a Denver Broncos fan, I wish we had them guys. I wish we had both of those games, like the first 2 in the season.
Yeah, they run game, man. I picked Isaiah Pacheco up in a couple of leagues, man, trying to get receivers and get running backs late sometime. And
hmm
yeah, he let Kareem Hunt steal a goal line touch. So it's like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I should have got them top tier running backs at the beginning because you can't replace those. So that's
Oh
on.
man, yeah. He's been up and down too. He's so funny on the DraftKings on the pick six and stuff, bro. I actually picked him under on a couple of those, and I think I hit one. I was pulling it up right now to see if I hit anything on it, but
That's hilarious. Not forgot to check your bet.
yeah.
But
Look, my balance looked like it went up.
But what I say? So when I was talking about the Titans, and
hmm
what I got a lot of respect for Cam because it's hard to lead in an NFL locker room, man. Because these dudes have probably all led, from high school, junior high. You know what I'm saying? So for
hmm
them to listen to somebody, you really have to be on top of your shit. And Cam Ward was in the press conference, and he's like, "Keep it a buck, we ass." You know what I'm saying? And to say that, man, you gotta know that your team is gonna respect your words.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because they ain't no sugarcoating that. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So to keep it a buck, we ass.
Yep.
They're losing. The Arizona Cardinals running back, the glitch in the matrix, does not go across that goal line, and they come back, man. And it's like you could see a relief come off of them. Like, damn, we won this game. Like, there's no way they're
Yeah.
supposed to win that game. There's no way he's supposed to fumble that ball going across that like that. The shit,
Yeah.
not,
And
it happened.
yep. And
That's
and
why we watched the game.
the leader drives them down the field, bro. It's him telling them that their ass is leader. Is the leader. Like, cause one, you either gonna if you're the leader of the team, you're gonna straight up judge it, and man, we playing Kobe would do some stuff like that
Hey,
in
and
a heartbeat.
they're gonna blame him anyway. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But Calvin really had a great game. I messed up and didn't do my free agency last night. And once I woke up this morning, the person who I wanted to get, it was gone. And the person who got him, they was lower on the fence for the waiver wire. So I was really pissed off I didn't get him.
You gotta pay attention.
I hope Calvin really, I hope he come back because he did not show up for him at the beginning of the season. And I'm a Calvin Ridley fan.
Yeah.
And then the former Cowboy running back had his opportunity to shine in the sun with Chuba Hubbard being out. And I mean, he ran for 206, man, and they don't give 200 yards away, man. They don't give 100 yards away. So
200.
kudos to this guy for, you know what I'm saying, stepping up when the opportunity presents itself, man. So shout out to you, my guy. And it's going to be interesting because, he said something to the Cowboys. He can't wait to play them next week. So that's going to be must-see TV. Must-see TV.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hype it up.
So, yes, that's why we love the NFL. Any given Sunday, anybody can beat anybody. And that's what I have.
It was a great week.
It's
a great week.
So,
it's a great week.
So as I go into the college football, this is a Division III player, I guess. Division II, Western Carolina. My guy, Taryn Dickens, man, you deserve a shout out. We're gonna act like this Sports Center.
Go Catamounts.
My guy from Western Carolina, Taryn Dickens, goes off the charts, breaks the consecutive passing in a row for passes in a row. It was previously 29 in a row. He broke that by, what's that? 17, 46? 46 in a row passes. He completed 46 passes in a row. Ended the game 53 out of 56, 378 yards for 3 touchdowns. That's a great game, man. That's all I got. I mean, how more efficient can you be? 56 passes, 53 out of 56. like what were the incompletions? Like, that's what I want to see. That's all I want to see, just the incompletions.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah.
So,
who did you throw it to? Like, you must have been under some distress, but shout out to him. I looked him up. He's from Miami, Florida.
okay.
Miami, they balling down in Florida. Miami, Texas, and
California. He's not too far from home, being Carolina. That ain't too far of a drive.
Western Carolina too. So yeah, he's balling down there. If you want to check him out, they'll be on ESPN Plus. I think Saturday at 1:30 p.m. against Furman.
And so we got to start looking at some of them because Alabama State, man, I'm looking at Alabama State been whooping everybody but Alabama State, Abilene Christian, and I want to say Tarleton. We got to look at them. Them some sleepers, people. Check them out.
Yeah, I saw Tarleton the first week of the season. They played somebody up out of Oregon or somebody. Yeah.
Florida State. Yeah, I do my research. That's why we try to pick sleepers, man. Oregon, who did Oregon State? Oregon State played Houston good, man. And I like that. Appalachian State, they're lower level, so I felt like Oregon State would beat. They didn't. They let them. They started off bad, and they had a great second half, and they just couldn't quite come back. And it's like, damn, man, I need you to start off like that. Maybe my upset, will come to fruition. But that's me. So yeah, my guy Taryn, man, shout out, man. Hope you can keep season up just like that.
So Catamounts.
I want to go to preseason polls, and I guess you really can't buy into the polls until they start having the BCS rankings, because now some teams done been battle tested at least a month into the season. When Texas and OU play, we done seen enough games. The Rudy Poots ain't playing the top tier schools no more, and Texas out of the top 25. Penn State out of the top 25, Clemson out of the top 25. But Clemson playing better now because I'm taking them over the people who they've been playing the past couple of weeks. I knew they was going to kill North Carolina.
Yeah. Everybody going to kill. That's a homecoming team.
Yeah. But, what are they basing this stuff off of? Because they had Archie Manning, number 1 draft pick. Based off what? Like, he didn't even play. Like,
that's news, as my homeboy said. You can't listen to people who just want to make news. Because, like, in all honesty, Arch played a couple of drives last season. He played a couple of games. Now, Arch is still a young quarterback in college. Like, dude hasn't really started anything. So it's like, man, you're going to have to give dude a whole year to really get control of things. He might not have a real good grasp of the offense, and she's trying to lead. This dude is still young. So, like, Quinn Ewers was a 5th-year senior.
You right. But guess what?
He gonna have to figure it out on Saturday.
No. Guess what he got? He got a last name that got access to everything a quarterback needs to be a quarterback.
Successful. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what haven't they, you know what I'm saying, situation, like, they've been teaching him. They've been grooming him. How could they not?
Yeah.
Like, they have a Manning camp. He's been there. He has been going there every year of his life.
Every year. Now they have had a lot of drops.
How much more coaching do we need? How much film do we need to see? How much prospect is and that's what makes a quarterback under duress. When that ball is snapped and coach, that whistle, that red shirt that you wear in practice can't save you. How you look now? And no, I don't want to hear he need time to grow. Yeah, he might need time to grow, but that's not what we sold. We sold wolf tickets and we bought them. Hey,
look, never buy tickets from ESPN if you're trying to go to the Texas game. You better buy them from UT's website.
But the name, okay, even if ESPN didn't tell us, the name sold us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, bro. I mean, let's okay now. Let's think about this. Whose kid that is coming from that lineage has come into college and just shined all the way through? I mean,
okay, let's. I can't. No one. I can't.
Maybe Ken Griffey Jr., bro. If you honestly think about it,
Bonds,
and Barry Bonds, bro. But coming through something like hell, look at Shador. I mean, look at Shiloh. Like, bro, look at all of Michael Jordan's kids. I mean, that's the whole thing, bro. I mean, it's like it's hard sometimes following their greatness.
I was gonna say, look at Peyton and let's look at Eli. We compared them already. You know what I'm saying? And we know one had superior talent and one wasn't quite as, but they both ended up with 2 Super Bowls. We knew Eli could make throws. We knew Eli was a functional quarterback. We knew Eli wasn't going to be the reason we didn't believe in the team.
And here's another fact about Arch. He's Cooper's son. Cooper didn't play NFL football. Cooper played college basketball. Y'all expected, it's like you expected your nephew to be good because he's your nephew. That's your kid.
You know what? You pinned the tail on the donkey. I'm on mute.
Thank you. I just thought about it. I was like, wait, this is Cooper's kid. I wonder if he's good in basketball. Did anybody ever ask Art if he want to play basketball?
Man, look here. Man, he done been to the Manning camp. I felt like something done rubbed off on my guy.
Here's another person that's been to the Manning camp of college. And I'm a KU Kansas Jayhawks fan. Our quarterback, Mr. Daniels, has been to the Manning camp. I have seen some improvement in his throwing. However, his decision making is the thing that I think gets a lot of people, like you said, in trouble. And that's what you have to develop. With him being injured a bunch of seasons, you lose those reps in college and getting those big games and having to make those decisions. And that's what Arch is just having to go through. It's part of that. If he's going to be a serious quarterback, bro, he's going to have to eat that. And he'll go look. If he wins Saturday, it's all over.
But it depends on what quarterback playing for Oklahoma, because John trying to come back. And I was so scared to take Oklahoma last week because I didn't know the caliber of the quarterback play. And they covered the 42. They got 44-0. Like, damn it, I'd be so scared on them games because sometimes I may take the foot off the glass, let them cover late, and they damn covered anyway. But who they finna play again? Oh, Texas. So I like what OU gonna bring to the table, but it's like, can Archie defeat a team that has a good defense? And I don't think he's capable of that. But I don't know who's going to be a quarterback for OU because he couldn't play good against Texas. I mean, not Texas. He couldn't. Florida, all right? Mm-hmm. And Florida don't have no.
Florida was like 1-4.
You know what I'm saying? They losing to South Florida, so it's like you telling me South Florida quarterback is better than Archie Manning? It's like, give me something. Give me something to sink my teeth into. So I can't buy, and I want to take Oklahoma, but I don't know. I didn't even watch the game, Oklahoma game. So I can't. I don't feel a certain way because I hadn't seen what I want to see to feel a certain way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Well, I know this is a rivalry game. This is one of the biggest rivalry games, I'm gonna say, in college football, if not the biggest rivalry game in college football. Um, and people always play above their level in this game. We've seen people do things in this Texas OU game. We're like, who the hell is this kid? So if this is the game where you're gonna turn it on, this is the one. If Texas wins this game, Oklahoma is going to drop. They're only going to drop 3 or 4 points, but Texas will be back in the top 25. This might be one of those where they can get it together.
so I'm gonna say this. Let me look at Oklahoma. Who? Oh, Ohio State got a good defense, and I want to say, and that's why I'm taking Ohio State to cover that against Illinois because they got a good defense, man.
Yeah. Well, Ohio State defense is the best. Like I don't see anybody else beating Ohio State's defense.
I want to
Period.
see the most points Oklahoma done gave up, and, Oh
No, their defense
no!
is solid. Their defense is solid.
I picked Missouri State to beat Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee up 3-0, and I picked Liberty to beat UTEP. And I picked South Florida to take the win against North Texas, so I can't wait to see that game.
Ooh, you betting against North Texas?
Man, North Texas gonna
Man,
beat Florida because if North Texas can't
man.
beat Florida, South Florida did. It's just that
Look,
simple.
look. That team
Hey,
is hot. That
yeah,
team is lucky right now.
they
And
and North Texas let Army come back against them the other week, man. So it's just like,
here, here's what I'm gonna say about this. And you live around here. There is some serious football being played and produced and trained and talent rolling through Texas right now. The amount of teams that are seriously sculpting these kids from 8 all the way up till they get to junior high or freshman level, these kids are coming out with some very good football IQs. And the thing is, too, a lot of them might not want to go far from home or can't. Don't really have the grades, don't really, but they're still good at football. You can go to North Texas. You can get you a little $10,000 NIL deal for some ribs from Dickie's Barbecue or something like that. And you know what? You might have been the coldest dude in high school. And the thing is, we saw it at Texas Tech when we were there, when they took everybody from DeSoto. You swoop in and catch a bunch of kids that don't want to leave. You can build you a team, and that conference that UNT in is it's not a Texas-based conference. So they could win this game. I'm gonna bet on the Eagles.
all right. So these are the scores that OU had given up: 3, 13, 3, 17, 0. And the most they gave that up to was 17 to Auburn and 13 to Michigan. Like Texas, okay, let's look at Texas.
Mm-mm.
Texas scored 38 against San Jose, 27 against UTEP, and then they covered against Sam Houston. They scored 20. It's like
It ain't
I'm like, you ain't gave me nothing I can sink my teeth into. And I know
no,
I'm not buying the hype until you give me a reason to buy the hype. So,
no, no.
I might take, I want to see the game. I just don't know what the quarterback play gonna look like. I feel like everything else is covered. One of my good friends from my SFA, Derek Blaylock, shout out to his son, that is a running back for OU. He's a freshman. He getting some playing time, number 6. So check him out.
Okay.
Y'all see him on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be in Austin this weekend. So checking out ACL. So I might just jump into a bar right quick and check that game out with the locals and see how they're feeling.
Okay. All right. So yes. All right. So I got off track. Did we talk about the transfer from Tulane, the running back from Tulane that went to Oregon? We didn't talk about that yet, did we?
No, we have not.
This transfer portal, man, everything that glitters is not gold. My man was balling at Tulane, man. I got a lot of respect for Tulane because, I want some money on Tulane. I did bet. I won a bowl challenge. What's that, about 3 years ago? When USC played Tulane in the Cotton Bowl. It was here.
Mm-hmm.
and I picked Tulane to upset USC. I won a stack off that game helped me win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there was no way they supposed to win. I want to say Tulane scored and they kicked the ball off to USC. USC fumbled the kickoff return out of bounds. And so they had to start field. Tulane stopped them and they came and scored. Like, man, it was a beautiful situation. But
Man, I would say this about bowl game betting. Just let this right here. I've done a lot of bowl games. I used to do a college podcast. I saw a couple of them in Cotton Bowl. Key to bowl game betting is look at the better team. Like in that game, USC, a whole lot of people were gone because they were going to the NFL. And Tulane that year was building a team. And like you said, this running back and the quarterback, both of them entered the transfer portal last year and both left Tulane.
they did. He went
And
to Duke.
yep, and they both were part of the team that helped beat that USC building process. So no, man, like that is a very good thing. Like you said, like it makes me wonder now, bringing up the quarterback and the running back left, what happened with Tulane because they were building a program down
No, they're
there.
still doing decent. But I want to say their coach left too. Their coach is at University of
Mm,
Houston. That's where he's at. Yes, so
yeah,
that's why I got a little
yeah.
respect for Houston now. It's like, man, like it's so much movement now. You know what I'm saying?
Coaches in
Coaches,
the transfer portal.
players move. Like players can move in the spring, the winter, something like that. It's just a lot going on. But yes, that guy, he was balling where he was at, and they hung that $700K out there. Like, man, like that, who gonna turn that down?
Yeah,
Like I'm balling
700K.
here. I feel like I can go there and do the same thing. But he redshirted. He wasn't getting the playing time he thought he was gonna get. He was able to redshirt, so he saved that year. He got the experience what Oregon was about. He got go on campus, and hopefully he can get in a better situation where he gets playing time. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
happened to you. Oh, okay, yeah, you still there.
yeah,
All
I'm still
right.
here. I'm refreshing my
Yeah.
beverage. I didn't want everybody to
Yeah.
see me walking around and doing my thing. But no, I think
So
he definitely it's good to go to Oregon. He's gonna get some experience there that he probably wouldn't get somewhere else. But like you said, he's got the money. Now he's got some value in the transfer portal again.
yeah, because he still got the same film he had the year before, and somebody gonna give him an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to end our last little talking points on the receiver from LSU, Kyron Lacy, man, and a lot of people want to, a lot of certain people believe like racism don't exist.
Yeah.
So, and I can't force you to believe something you don't want to believe, but this right here situation is nothing but racism and nothing but proof that when you can control a narrative, people that can control a narrative, they will to the fullest of their ability.
Mm-hmm.
And for this young man to take his life because he was put in a situation where no one believed him, he was on the media outlet sources just painted the narrative that he was guilty, and all they had to do was look at the body cam of the officer to get proof to prove his innocence. Like,
Yeah.
just look at the body cam and that would have proved it. Like, that's
Basics. Basic work. Now I lived in Louisiana for a couple years for college. I will say this. Louisiana, from a legal standpoint, is not a state for minority people. Is definitely not. You're at a definite disadvantage. I don't think there's
certain parts of Texas. What's that, Vider?
fighter.
Right
Yeah,
there by
you right. You right around there in that I-10 area. Look, you better not. Look, I had a homegirl. Tell you a story. We come back from Louisiana first time. We were going to watch a game. My cousins were playing a U of H high school, and we're balling to get out of Louisiana because I did not want to be in Louisiana in the dark. And we've been there in college first year. Hadn't had Whataburger in a while because there was no Whataburger in New Orleans. And coming across the border, and it's like, first Whataburger, and I read the sign. First Whataburger, Orange, Texas. And she said, I said, we should stop there. She said, boy, if you want to live to eat that Whataburger, you better keep pushing to Port Arthur.
all
Yeah,
right.
But you know that, bro, that was 20 something years ago, and that part of town, there's so much racism, like you said, and that is pure racism. Someone took an opportunity that they had to ruin someone's life, and not because they did anything wrong.
And
They just
free
knew
the
they had
and
the
free the
system.
guilty person. How you just
Yeah,
gonna free the guilty person?
yeah, yeah. All just because, and it's just racism. And the sad part is the narrative, like you said, it got controlled, it got out of hand, and that's what happens now. And it affects these people, young people, older people, like, and they don't have a way to cope, bro. And it's so sad that we sit here and watch this, especially as a black community, happen again and again and again to young black men in these southern states. Oh, there's stories out there where women have accused these black football players of something, and they lose their whole NFL
That,
career, and then like
that
four
on top
years.
of that, we talked
Oh,
about it too. Oh no, we
yeah,
didn't. We left that alone, I think. But
yeah,
that's
no,
definitely
he
a
didn't
topic.
do it. Yeah, he didn't do it, and you're like,
Well,
whoa, he didn't do it. Now he'll never get. He loses all this, and
it happened. It happened this year with Quinshawn Jenkins with the Cleveland Browns. He didn't start the season on time because of the
yeah,
situation where he ended up being innocent.
the kicker from that got drafted for Buffalo, the Bills. Same thing with him
High
out of
school, yeah,
USC.
college
Yeah,
situation.
our situation, you know, and I do not condone rape 100%. I do not. And, if you were caught up in some egregious activities, I
But
believe
what's
you should,
even worse is false
yeah,
accusations.
false accusation that ruins someone's life.
Man.
And in this political climate, I don't think there's much that's going to be able to be done about it. But this is definitely a humongous breach for law enforcement across the nation. And if I was part of the law enforcement community, I would be speaking out against stuff like this, but I'm not.
Well,
So,
ain't nothing they can do about it now because the proof is in the pudding. We found out, and now y'all got to answer this. Like I can't wait to see how this all is resolved. You
you know,
know,
and the
and
sad part about it is somebody's dead. Like it's somebody else is dead, and we're going to end up talking about this once again because the ultimate punishment for this is not going to be enough to change the way that people just feel, especially in these southern states. I'm saying it like,
well,
y'all be careful out there driving
I got that
driving through them
game
southern.
stuff. So, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell a quick story.
Mhm,
I played this Stephen and Falston. We was in the Southland Conference, so we played Nichols.
mm,
We played Northwestern. We played McNeese, and we played Monroe a couple of times. A time too.
mhm.
I think who else we played. And so I kind of like playing in Louisiana because
Yeah,
they served alcohol and their fans, man, the fans are rowdy. And it's like it just something just gets in me. I like to prove them wrong. And
yeah,
so I want to say it was like before halftime, I'm at Northwestern and we trying to score and I catch a touchdown. I mean, I catch a touchdown pass. I catch a post, and I dive across. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah.
goal line. It's like right. You know what I'm saying? I had like a big moment. I played in Monroe. I had like 11 catch game, and that game right there, man. This is like one of the funniest situations. But the dude on the sideline, man, he's just getting on there. He's like calling one of my teammates last night, like pull it, pull it,
Yeah.
and we just really, really, really trying to ignore this dude. Pull
Hmm.
it, pull it. And like all of a sudden, we just all like, what the you want, man? And he's like, pull on my nuts. Hey man, we died laughing, man. Like, no, you did, man. Set us up with
Oh,
that like that, man. And to this
four
day, like, man,
quarters.
we'll talk about that, man. Like you can't forget those kind of moments, man. But
Oh man.
Louisiana, they are rowdy, man. That's one thing I do like about Louisiana. I like y'all football fans, man. You guys are one of a kind. I love
Hey,
playing
I love
football in
Louisiana
Louisiana.
people. It was a
Popo,
beautiful state.
I
Yeah,
don't I can't condone any of that, none whatsoever.
yeah. I didn't even cheer for them in the Smoking and the Bandit part when they were driving through Louisiana. So
He says smoking the bandit. All right. So college games. Missouri State needs y'all to come on and win this little low, cover the spread for me against Middle Tennessee. You know, it's a home game. For Middle Tennessee, I'll be scared for them road dogs, but if you're a better team, you're a better team. Liberty,
16.
yeah, it's 16. And they got the ball. They on their side of the field. But Liberty is winning, but you know, that's still early.
Mm-hmm.
We got who else played tonight? Oh, those are the only 2 games tonight.
Yeah, Wednesday night action.
Oh man, I'm tripping. I'm so ready, man. Yes, I thought these games came on yesterday. I was looking for it, man. I'm rushing
Yeah,
everything.
it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
This
So
starts in 2 weeks.
all right. So I'll just go with the rest of my picks that I like instead of going game by game. Like I said, I was 14 out of 16, 5 out of 6 on a couple of picks, man. It's like, what y'all doing like this?
Man,
So
I'm playing a good one this week.
wait a minute. Come on now. All right. So the spreads come out on Sunday. I'll be ready Sunday.
So you don't take that UNT 1.5?
Man, I mean, they gotta show me, man. I'll take that. I'm gonna take that loss because South
Vegas said
Florida.
they want you to bet.
I like South Florida's quarterback, and I love
He's
UNT
good.
as a team because they're gonna play. They come to play. They don't come to lose. They come to win. They're gonna
Bro,
put up points. They're gonna fight to the end. Like, yes, I always ride with UNT. But
they're gonna cancel class on Friday so
yeah,
people can come to the
I
game.
saw that too.
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
saw
going
that
down.
too.
Tickets as low as $34. Yeah, it's going down. If they win this game, I'm gonna say this. I've never seen this since I've been alive. Yeah, I might be wrong. Look at this up. They will be in the top 25.
Well, they beat the top 24 team. So I mean that will
Yeah,
give them
yeah,
give you something to sink your teeth into. So I
yep.
want to say Sunday evening, my teams that I like, just off watching
Hmm.
the game Saturday, I like Missouri
Hmm.
over Middle Tennessee. I like Liberty over UTEP, Tulane over East Carolina, Southern Miss over Georgia State. No, that's Georgia Southern. La Tech
Yeah.
over Kennesaw, Jacksonville over Sam. That's going to be a tough one because they on the road. I like Washington to cover Rutgers, Alabama to cover Missouri, Oregon to cover Indiana. That's going to be a good game. But I'm
Hmm.
already put 50 on Oregon to win that championship, so I can't be scared now. I got Ohio State beating Illinois because I love their defense.
Yeah.
Georgia to beat Auburn. They on the road, so that's going to be a tough one. But you know, Georgia battle tested.
Hmm.
I like Northern Illinois to beat Eastern Michigan on the road again, but they gritty, man. It's something about Northern Illinois. I like, you know, I hope I'm
Yeah.
right.
Huskies.
Tennessee, I like Tennessee over Arkansas, Cincinnati over Central Florida, A&M over Florida, and Florida State over who they playing? I can't even see. It don't
Florida
matter.
State is playing. Oh, it's not down
They
there.
playing they
Where's
playing
that?
Pittsburgh. They playing Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pitt.
So
Okay,
those
yeah.
are all on the money line. Those are all money line bets.
Mm, okay. I'm more of an over under guy, but um I'd go through and do another over under pick. But
What overs unders you like?
I like the USC. I'd USC by 2.5 on Michigan. I would take Michigan on that. Oh,
What's the
no,
over?
excuse me. Hold on, sorry, pardon me. 56.5. I would take the over on that. Because I think that game they're going to score some points, especially with the line being 2.5. So I think that's a good one.
I like Michigan defense. I think Michigan gonna put some little defense. I'm interested in to see what USC does.
USC got a mean ass wide receiver. That boy went for 2 touchdowns. They got a play they ran back to back in red zone opportunities and scored on him. And that boy is no joke.
Okay,
That's another good one.
I
Late
haven't
night
even watched it
LSU.
like I want to.
Yeah. LSU Carolina 43.5. Man, that's at LSU. Like you said, they're gonna be drunk. It's gonna be 6:45 after the second half. It's gonna be rocking 43.5. I'm gonna take the over on that one too.
So
That's
LSU play South Carolina, right? Who they play?
yeah. Yeah, LSU plays South Carolina at LSU at 6:45. Night game.
Gotcha.
Gonna be rocking like a cutoff stocking. 46.5 against Texas A&M and Florida. That's one of those games where Texas A&M could cut it off in the second half because you're expecting Texas A&M to be running all over them. Florida's got some new energy. They did beat a Texas team. Florida's not a bad team. They're just one of them teams that got to kind of pull it together. The SEC is one of those surprise uh, places, so I would take the over on that one. An under that I would take is Tennessee versus Arkansas at 68.5. I would take the under on that one. That seems like a lot of points for those teams to put up in the SEC. So those are
Yeah,
a couple that I've been looking at.
offense. I don't think
Yeah,
Arkansas got offense for that. I like that one, but
yeah. Trap game would be Penn State at Northwestern. Nobody knows what the hell Penn State's going to do.
at all.
Don't bet on Penn State. No.
So a couple of games that I do like with the spread. Let me get to them. I did a little nine.
Ooh. There's another under. I think Notre Dame at North Carolina State, 60.5. Even though Notre Dame's a 23.5 point favorite, I think 60.5 points. If Notre Dame is able to shut them out, they're going to stop scoring.
Yeah, but Notre Dame gonna give a couple of points up. It depends on North Carolina State. They quarterback inconsistent. He athletic, tall, black dude, and
Yeah.
the heart of their
But
team. And
is
sometimes
he
they
going to
play
put up
good.
20? Are they going to put up 21? That's the real question.
I don't know because I think they let Purdue score that many points, so they probably let North Carolina score that many.
Hope not. They got to get together.
Quick
16.
9 pick that I like. I like La
Yeah.
Tech over Kennesaw. I like Southern Miss to cover against Georgia Southern. I'm telling you, I like South Florida to cover UNT. UNT gonna play hard, but I just like the quarterback from South Florida, man. Who did they play? They played, yes. South Florida plays Charlotte. They supposed to cover the 28, 26. It was 26 last
Last
week,
week.
man.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out. They had like 21 in the first quarter, and they scored the second quarter. They didn't do nothing in the third, man. I'm watching the game. I'm pissed off. Like, man, they not finna cover this week. Like, and that's what you be worried about. You know, they start out so hot that they take off their foot off the gas and just unconsciously you not paying attention to your keys that you will normally eliminate certain situations. And they put their backups in, and them boys wanted to get in that end zone. That was the only way they
Boy.
covered. Because they threw one pass, and they threw the pass on like fourth down. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, they
So
ain't
they
finna.
was just going for it in garbage time, as Scott Van Pelt said.
Hey,
Garbage
man,
time.
they covered it. But then I say South Florida. I like Bama to cover against Missouri. I like Cincinnati to cover against Central Florida. I like Ohio State telling their defense against Illinois. Pittsburgh, they finna get mollywopped against Florida State. I like A&M to cover Florida. They just had a big game against Texas. I like A&M, and I like Clemson to kill Boston College. So Clemson, Florida State, La Tech, Bama. I feel like that's a for sure 4 pick.
You gonna bet on Dabo? Think
So
Dabo's getting it
against
together?
Boston College, but I think Boston College lost to Stanford. Man, get out of here.
Right. Yeah, I ain't seen Boston College good. I ain't
Hey,
seen those gold helmets in a while. And I was just in
what
Boston.
Clemson finna do, man? Let me see. All right, so I got some covers that I like too. Let me see
Okay.
if I can find them. I might not. Okay, well, I like Arizona State. Because Utah haven't showed me anything. In Arizona State, they beat TCU and SMU.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know they beat TCU, and I like TCU, but my friend told me Utah plays good late at home. Night games at home. That might be true. It might be true. I like.
Arizona State is a West Coast team too, bro. So I can't say they're gonna need time zone difference over there.
Yeah, I
They got
I
Utah or
feel like they're a
something.
complete team. You know, I've been with them. I've been watching them all season. They lost against Mississippi State at the beginning of the season, and they were down 14-0. They fought back the whole game, but you know, it was too much to the hill to fight. I like Troy State to cover against Texas State. So I like those
That's
two
a good game.
covers. Let me see. Did I pick anybody else to cover? No, I did not. So yeah, those are two covers I think I like, and I took what South Dakota State, San Diego State to cover
Mm-hmm.
against Nevada.
It's not
Since
bad.
Fresno State couldn't do it, those are the only other games I think I didn't talk about. But I feel confident this week, man. But those 4-pick Clemson, what's that? I can't even read my hand right now. Florida State, La Tech, and Bama. I feel like that's a 4-pick.
I think so. That sounds like a good positive one.
Yeah. So I want to give you something. I haven't been able to give y'all no winners. Try that 4-pick. I think we might.
It's the dub. Take the
You know.
dub. I'm gambling this weekend. I'm putting some money in on it.
All right.
I'm in.
Man, I'm cutting it close, man, but we're finna get you out of here right on time, man.
Right on time. Look, she already texted me, told me she was on her way. So I asked her, told her to pick me up a Dr. Pepper. So, it's like
Right.
it's like back in the day when your mama's like, she call you, tell you she coming home. And you're like, okay, can you stop and give me some Whataburger? So you can buy yourself a little 10 more minutes.
And there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
So appreciate you coming on the show, man. I just really don't like coming on by myself, like to bounce ideas off everybody, who I have on. I
Oh,
can talk
man.
to myself all day, but I just want to talk to somebody else. But
Man, shout out. Let me give a shout out to my social organization, the Red Robot Society. Really cool social organization. It's all online. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just join. We give to charities. It's super cool. That's all I gotta say. I appreciate you letting me come on, man. I love to be able to talk sports with somebody. And then have somebody that really like to talk sports. So, like I said,
like-minded
anytime,
people.
yeah, man. Like I said, if I'm available, and usually on a Wednesday night, I try to keep it mellow around the house. So I'm probably available. So thanks for thinking about me again.
No problem, man. Until the next time, people. Love,
All
peace,
right,
and happiness.
brother. Y'all take it.